Stampers, Deb Valder here, your Fun Stampers Journey Coach, and this is day 3 of the 12 days of gift giving. I am going to show you the cutest little project today, and it has to do with these adorable little mugs. You could put anything inside them that you want. They're just very, very cute and a great gift to give. This one I just happened to put a whole hot chocolate piece in. You can add a little tag to go along with it, but just a cute little thing to stick on somebody's desk. This one right here, I just put in some candy and made this cute, adorable little tag to go along with it. And one of my favorites is the mini mug, and it just fits a Ferrero Rocher little candy inside there. So again, you can make these any size. Once you get the concept down, you're gonna love to just play with them and just make them different sizes. So I'm going to actually show you 2 different ones today. I'm going to show you the mini mug, and I think I'm doing the 2 3/4 inch one, I believe. But like I said, you can make this as long as you want. You can just, like I said, do lots and lots with it. Fill up a bag of candy and you are good to go. All right, so let's get out some of our stuff and I will start playing. All right, so I'm going to grab my designer paper. Now you've got to understand that our designer paper is cardstock weight. It is heavier so that when you make projects like this, they don't just kind of disintegrate. They are just really, it's heavy duty cardstock. All right, so it's good for gift giving. Let me just bring in some of my pieces. I think this is going to be the 2 3/4 inch one. So we're going to start with a piece of cardstock that is 8 1/4 by 6 3/4. Now all of the measurements will be on my blog, so you can hop on over there to get those. So don't worry about writing them down. They'll be written on my blog. So let's just start with the scoring part of it. So here's my 8 1/4 by 6 3/4 inch piece of cardstock, and I'm going to bring in my amazing little paper trimmer here from Fun Stampers Journey. We want to take the cutter off so that we don't accidentally cut, and then I'm going to just start scoring. Now this one is very, very easy because of the marks for them. They are just 1 inch marks. All right, so we're going to start at the, let's take and bring out our little arm right here. All right, so we're going to start at the 1 inch mark, and we're just going to go 1 inch. Okay, and then we're going to go to 2 inches, and then 3. Like I said, this one is so easy with the scorings. All right, and then 4. You're just going to keep going all the way over until you can't go anymore. All right, there's 5, 6, 7, and on the 8th one, you're going to have just a little tiny edge, and that's going to be for our insert. All right, so now I'm going to take and I'm going to go sideways, and we're going to just score at the 2 inch mark. All right, so we're going to just go over to the 2 inch mark here. I love this side of it. All right, and then we're going to turn it and go to the 2 inch side mark on this side. So I just mirrored imaged both of these sides. All right, so if I grab my ruler just to show you, all right, I have a 2 inch mark up here, and I have a 2 inch mark down here, and then this one is the 2 3/4 inch one. All right, so this is the one that we're going to work on right now, and believe it or not, we're almost done. So let me just show you the papers that we're going to be using. These are all from the Holiday Mini Catalog, so you really want to make sure you get them because they're not going to be out much longer. So this is the Christmas cheer prints, and I've done a couple of them with this one, and I'm also using the one from the Through the Years print. All right, so those are those, and then again Through the Years, and then in the Mini Catalog we also have the Fall Fest print. So I wanted to just kind of point these out because they're not going to be around much longer. We only have until the end of December for those. All right, so now what we need to do is to get out our crease tool, and we're going to take and we're going to crease all of our, we're going to just crease all of our seams. All right, so these are the 2 that are done at the 2 inch mark, and now I'm going to start with my little guy right here. Remember I told you there was one that's very tiny. That's going to be for our insert, and then the rest of them are just 1 inch increments. All right, so just take your score tool, score these along, and like I said, this is cardstock quality, so it holds up very, very nicely. All right, now if you have a pattern like we did with the fa la 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 and the ho ho ho. You want to make sure when you're cutting that you're cutting the right way, all right? So that the words aren't going sideways or upside down. With this pattern right here, it doesn't really matter, all right? Because the stripes can go any way you want. All right, so we've got everything scored. I'm going to keep this little guy, the little one right here on my left-hand side. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring in this one because I've already done this one just to show you. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to cut off the little pieces on the top and the bottom. Now, I'm going to bring in my Grand Pro shears, and I'm just going to cut up to that first cut line, or score line, okay? And I'm going to literally just cut that right off. All right, and I'm going to do the same on the other side because remember, we're mirror imaging these, okay? Top and the bottom. All right, so here's that one. Okay, so these are just trash. All right, so now we have that. Now what I need to do is I need to take and put some my white liner tape. But before I do that, I am going to cut up on the bottom of each one of these. So keeping this on the left-hand side, okay, with the little guy on this side, this is going to be my bottom. Now remember, for this one it doesn't matter, but for something like this it would, because see, I would have it going sideways and it's not supposed to go that way. But I am using this side for this one, all right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to cut just the bottom pieces, not the top, and that's why I want you to make sure that when you're cutting this, that these are on your left-hand side. This little guy's on your left-hand side, because then we know this is the bottom. All right, so let's just cut up 2, and then I always like to have them scored first so that you can actually see where you're cutting, because the score lines are so faint in this busy paper. All right, so it's good to just score everything first with your crease tool. All right, and this is my last one. Okay, so now I have all of my scores right there. I'm going to take my white liner tape and I'm going to start putting that on here. So when I go to put it on, not on this side right here, but on the long side, I'm going to stop it at this first crease right here. So let me just show you. It's going to go from the top, not all the way to the bottom. I want to stop it right there, okay? And we're gonna leave that that liner tape on there for a little bit. Then the other thing I need to do is I need to take and put just on 4 of these little tabs. So I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to do it to the first 4 of them. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so I've got my white liner tape. That's it for the white liner tape for now. All right, so I have it on the first 4 of these, and then, okay, so on the side of this, and then over here I have it on the right hand side, and it's stopped at this right here. All right, everybody with me so far? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start putting it together. That's what I said. This is so easy. All right, so I'm going to take my my project, and I'm just going to kind of roll this over, but being careful not to close this yet. All right, so let's just grab our bloom tool and burnish our little guy right here, taking this off, okay, but not gluing it together, because we're going to fold it over, but we're not going to put it together yet. What we're going to do is very carefully, okay, this has to slide right in here, okay, so I'm just going to take this and slide my little tab right in here, like that, okay, and then line it up. Don't glue your fingers in there, okay, just line it up. Whoop. There we go. Okay, line it up, and there we go. So now we have this amazing little box that's started. Okay, there we go. Just reinforcing all of the creases. All right, there we go. All right, now we're going to take our bottom pieces and we're going to take off the, I like to just kind of feather them out for now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the strip right here. Okay, there's one, and I'm going to bring in my masking tape. because when I take this off, okay, I like to, I've got some stuff on the other side of it, that's why. Okay, so let's just go this way. Okay, now what I do is I take and I put this on here so that I don't have to, see, they don't go flying all over the place. Just a little another tip from Deb. Okay, here's that. Alrighty, and I have one more. So I have 4 of these that I just took off. Let's just kind of recap. Alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, and 4 that have the white liner tape, and 1, 2, 3, 4 that do not. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the sticky ones, just pick one, any one, and you're going to bring it over to one of the non-sticky ones, and you want to be careful that you make it nice and straight, all right, and you don't push it too far because we're trying to make this a circle-ish kind of thing, all right? So now I've got to go with these 2, all right? So here's the sticky one, here's the non-sticky one. We're going opposite sides, all right? And don't pull it too hard, all right? And then I'm going to take, and here is the sticky one and the non-sticky one, all right? And you see how it's just kind of coming together? And here's the last one, and it just closes up your box right here. All right, so now what I'm going to do, you see how it just kind of all forms into this adorable little box. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I pre-cut with my Journey ovals. Let me just grab them for you, or my Journey circles I should say. For this big one I used my Journey circles, and I made some circles. I cut out just some circles. So let me just see if I want the green one or the black one. And I think I'm going to go with the black one. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to take my amazing Journey craft glue, which we all have, all right, and I'm just going to put some of that on there and then add that to my project on the bottom, all right. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the inside. I'm going to take the black one and add some of my Journey craft glue, all right, and then just stick it on the bottom, okay, and that just kind of makes it look a little bit better, a little bit more professional. All right, I'm just going to take my bloom tool here, hold it down for just a few seconds to let it dry. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to put our handle on. So our handle, you can take and you can put the opposite, you know. So I think I did that on this one. You see how the inside of it is the fa la la, but on the opposite side, which is really nice about this paper also, is that it coordinates the front and the back with it. All right, but this one right here, I went with the same color. So I went with the ho 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 on the outside, and I did the ho 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 on the handle. All right, so you can do either or. For this particular one right here, I think I'm going to take and I think I'll do the same. So I like to put the handle where the seam is. So I'm just going to find the seam, and sometimes that's harder than when you realize it. I think it's right here. Okay, I did such a good job, you can't even tell. All right, so I'm going to take some of my white liner tape, and we're going to take and put on. So we're going to take and put it on the back side for the bottom, and well, let me see, let's do it this way. Let's do the top first. All right, so we're going to take and put the and then I'll show you why. I'm not sure that I want this whole piece here, so I'll show you how I take and fix that. So on the top part of it, you want to make sure that you have it on the front side of it. All right, so I'm going to take this, where my seam is, I'm going to lay it down, oh, I would say that's about 3/4 of an inch, okay? And it's sticking straight up, okay? Now I'm going to take my crease tool, and I'm just going to crease it a little bit, all right? That just helps it curve. Now, this is why I didn't want to put the adhesive on yet, all right? Do I want a fat little handle? Do I want a skinny little handle? I think right about here does good. All right, so I'm going to take and I'm going to cut it off right about here. Okay, just like that. And now I know how much to put my adhesive on. All right, so it's always better to do make it too long and cut it down than it is to have this little wimpy handle at the end. All right, so where is my bloom tool? I'm going to take and just burnish this little guy right here. And do you see how easy this project is? Alrighty. And I'm just going to take and press this down right here. And when I'm done, which I am done right now, all right, the reason I like to have this folded over onto the inside because it makes it even more sturdy than just a single layer. You could really definitely just put one single layer in there, but like I said, you don't need to do that. All right, so then the next thing I'm going to do is to add my little candy. I took some of our fantastic new ribbon in that mini catalog also. No, actually, this is in our big catalog. This is called our So Plaid ribbon, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It goes fantastic with our Christmas collection, and I'm just going to take and stick that on the inside here, and I'll show you these little bags are just the perfect size for... These are our little bags. They're in our big catalog also. They're perfect, the perfect size for this little project right here. And you can take and you can, like I said, you can put whatever you want on the inside of it. But it's great for candy. It's great for hot chocolate. And this one I just have even more candy. You can add tags to it like I did on this one. There's just a little tag there. It's just adorable. So this is the 2 3/4 inch cup right here. This is the 3.5 inch cup. Let me just show you really quick how to do the little Ferrero Rocher. It's done the exact same way, but when you go to do this, the measurements are just a little bit different, obviously. All right, so this one is all cut and scored like we did with the other one, exactly like the other one, but I'm just going to take and show you how to put it together. All right, so let's just grab off the tape, and it's done the exact same way. All right, I have my little tab right here. I'm going to fold this over like that. I am going to not glue it together, okay? Just take this little guy right here and slide it in here. Just like that, okay? Everything is done exactly like the big one. This is just a teeny tiny one, all right? Now I have my, I have to put on my strips right here, all right? So let's just grab the adhesive, all right? I'm just gonna take and pre-cut these and just throw them on here, all right? They don't have to be big pieces. Can be just little guys. Okay, and here we go. One more. You need 4, so I have 1, 2, 3. I need one more. All right, and then we're just going to crisscross like we did the last one. All right, so let's just grab our bloom tool. Everybody needs a bloom tool. All right. All right, so now what I'm going to do is to take off the tape. Okay, 1 and 2. 3. I need another piece of masking tape. I love doing that because then it's just one pickup right here. I'm going to take this with all my little stickies on there and just throw them right away, and you just save so much mess. All right, so now it's time to put the side to side thing. All right, so here's a sticky one right here. I'm going to take and I'm going to put that one right across here. Okay, so there's my first one. These measurements are a little bit different, like I said, because it's a smaller box or circle or cup or whatever you want to call it. All right, so here's this one. This one you're going to have to take and just do from the inside out here. All right, so there's that one. And then here's this one. Kind of pinch that one down. And last but not least, here is this one. And what that does is it kind of forces the shape of the box when you're putting it all together. All right, so here's my little box here. And then what we're going to do for this one, I'm going to take this is the 1 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to punch 2 circles for this one. So your 1 1/2 inch punch works really well for this size. So 1 and 2. And then we'll just take and do the same exact thing. I'm going to take my Journey Craft Glue, put one on the bottom of this, and that just makes it look so much neater. You know, it just kind of finishes off the project. And then here's this one to the inside. Okay, and then we have our handle. So let me just find a smaller handle here. Okay, this is just, I'll put the measurements on here. But like I said, when you go to do this, you want to put one with the handle on, or the glue on one side, and then take and put the glue on the other side. Okay, and then we're going to take our bloom tool. Take this off. Whoops, I took my masking tape away too soon. Okay, so there's that one. All right, so remember, one is going to go onto the outside and upside down. So let me just find, here's the seam. We're going to take and add that like that. And then this one is going to go down just like that. And here we have our adorable little Ferrero Rocher mug. Aren't they adorable? Look at them, they're so cute. So let me just put this one aside because this one's done and dry. I wanted to make sure that these dried a little bit. So I will just keep, what you want to do is just keep pressing them down and pressing them in so that they do dry nice and flat. But this is the Ferrero Rocher one. It's a little teeny tiny, I call it the mini mug. All right, isn't that cute? And then we have, whoops, then we have the, this is the one that is 2 3/4, the same as this one, okay? And then we have our little mug right here. Now you can add as many embellishments. These are our adorable little flowers. You can add as many embellishments as you want. You can take and do this with plain cardstock and just stamp all over it. I did one with a snowman and it just came out so adorable. And like I said, you can just add tags to it. You can add embellishments to it. These are just so much fun, and you can fill them with anything. They're adorable. So hop on over to my blog for more inspiration and for the directions. If you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. You take care, have a great day, and thank you so much for stopping by.